Hi guys. So today we're doing pick a card tarot. What are they saying about you? Sorry, let me put it on mute for a minute. We got the blue rock, which is right here. We got the uh, protection rock. We got the crown chakra rock, and we got the love rock. Okay, and we're going to be figuring out what they're saying about you in 4 categories. Be quiet, okay? Can I hear you? Jeez. I'm live. Hold on. I'll finish packing my bag after the live feed. Okay, it's the third time I've had to remake this. I got it. We'll be done before 6. Don't worry. Sorry. Rude interruption. Yes, rude. Sorry. Sign language don't fucking help. Alright? I'll deal with you in a minute. Anyways, back to what we were saying. We're doing live, or what are they saying about you? Okay. So we're going to stick with the first, and we're going to go right down the middle all the way to the end, and then we will see where it ends up. Stop. All right. So we're going to start with the first one, do a read on this. Sorry, I'm planning a trip out of town here soon, and I'm a little distracted with company. I normally don't have company over too much, but, well, actually I can't say that. They've been over quite a bit, but, don't want to let the haters know that are all about trying to control me, thinking they've got control when they ain't got no control, because I got a lot of narcissists in my family, and my old ex is a narcissist, so, yeah, we're trying to stay away from that bunch. Anyways, yeah, I'm getting a passport, by the way, guys. It's so exciting. Going out of country. I'm all up in my head about it. That's going to be further down the road, but we're taking a short trip for now until the passport comes in. Anyway, so let's get started. Pull these off to the side. Put these over here. I'll do those next. Oops, damn it. Okay. That's right there. All right. I'm not looking that way. No more. Not until the read's done. Alrighty. So, anyways, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a really, really good mood. I'm actually feeling the best I've felt in a long, long time. Alright. Yeah, the holidays are pretty rough on me, but, the new year is looking bright. Looking bright as hell. Alright, so for what we got here, we got the Four of Swords, huh? We lead out with the Four of Swords for the rock, for the heart chakra rock. So if you chose the love rock as your pick a card, that's where we're starting. This is the pink rock. And let's get some cards for it. Let's see what they're saying about you. Seriously? Come on now. Just wait till the damn live is over, okay? Golly. Alright. Sorry. It's not in a bad way. They're good people. They're just messing around. Just being funny, being goofy, being goofballs. Yeah, I'm talking about you. You are a goof. There you are. Doing a big read so we can get the gist of the conversation, because we're embodying more than one energy. Probably more than one person talking about you, whoever this relates to. So let's make sure we do it right and get all perspectives in here. Let's see what I got. This is a lot of cards too, I know, but that's what I'm gonna need to do this right. My first try at pick a card. I like the idea, I like the prospect, thought I'd give it a whirl. Alright. So let me just study this for a minute because I've got 12 cards out. I know that's a lot. So give me 1 second. And let me study these. Ooh. Well, jeez. You know, the only sword we got in this is the very beginning card. And we got a Five of Wands halfway through. And we do got a Seven of Cups for illusions and deceptions. Five of Pentacles for out in the cold. We do got the Moon for secrets. We do got the Sun for marriage, though, which, or for happiness, marriage, however you want to see that, for bright prospects. It could be saying, and this is how I'm feeling here, because this person, whoever it is it leads off with, you know, you might need to take some time apart. It could be saying that, you know, you might be low in vibration, you know, or that the new path you've chosen is detrimental to your health, by what I'm seeing here. And it could also be saying that, you know, you think you're too good for what you're getting, or you think you're too good for the situation you're in. Because I see this Four of Cups here with him handing out a cup, you know, and he's just rejecting it like, nah, I'm too good for that. You know, normally I would say that and interpret that in different ways, but in this particular read, um, it could be saying that you're a little bit arrogant, you know, like you're a little bit full of yourself or too confident, or whichever way you want to perceive that, but arrogant. You know, normally when someone thinks you're thinking you're more than you are, it comes off as arrogant. But honestly, I feel like you're just in your power. You know, I feel like this person's in their power, and you know they're kind of smearing that a little bit, like, you know, trying to turn your success into more of a negative concept. Because I see the Tower to follow up on that, meaning like, you know, whatever they do or whatever they're trying to do or spread or say about you um, is having a big change effect. You must have had a glow up. And I say that because there's a Five of Wands following the Tower. So that means there's a lot of people fighting over you, or fighting over the situation or the predicament you're in. But see, it follows up with the Ten of Pentacles. And I really don't feel like that Ten of Pentacles is them. I feel like that's coming around like that's your energy, like you're really abundant, really successful. That's the best you can get. You know, and yeah, it really has the energy it really has the energy like this is yours. Like you don't even like, I feel like you were recently the Nine of Pentacles from this card. And you know what? You waited for love. You kind of waited for um that right opportunity, and it didn't come, you know. Mainly because of this fighting, you know. This fighting tells me that. And like they were trying to, this crowd comes off as they were trying to stop you from this love or this union or this get together. And the Ten of Pentacles is saying, you know what, after waiting so long, um, you just gave it to yourself. You started loving yourself, you know, started really putting the work in on yourself, saying, I get it. The world ain't going to hand me everything on a basket. So I got to do it myself, you know. And then the Star comes out to follow up on that Ten of Pentacles to say new beginnings, you know, brightness, hope, cloud bringing excess. So I do get that going back to them a little bit, and a little bit of you, because that Star makes me, that's the Aquarius card. It makes me feel like, you know, like part of you is like, you know what? I ain't going to rely on nobody else. I'm going to rely on myself to achieve this. I understand there are people right here in this Five of Wands trying to hold me back, you know, and hinder me. But, you know, with the Ten of Pentacles followed by the Star, it's more like a self-empowering. But it's also, I feel like there are some ones combating with these negative entities in the Five of Wands as a positive entity on your behalf. Like they may be outnumbered. It feels like 2 against 3 or 2 against 6, something like that, where the odds aren't in the favor of the ones defending you, but they're adamant. You know, and I say that because They kind of, you got the Five of Pentacles over here, and it gives me the energy that, the ones that are defending you are out in the cold for what they're doing. They're going to bat so much for you, these two particulars, that, and it just supports me with two because there's a male and female here. These two are going to bat for you in such a particular way that they're willing to risk they're willing to take a risk, in the sense that it might hurt them in the end for doing this, but they're tired of just going with the masses. So I feel like they were originally a part of this crowd that was all bad mouthing you and spreading gossip and rumors, and then they had a change of heart. Maybe because you had a change of pace, maybe because of lies and deceptions. I only say that because the Seven of Cups follows that, which is delusions, secrets. I mean, it's not quite the Moon card, but the Moon card's here too, and that's further down the road. But this is illusions in my mind. This is my illusion card, where like things aren't all what they seem. It's not so much about secrets in this card. It's more like it's just not what it seems. All that glitters is not gold. Look beyond the clouds. Money improvements. We're not focusing on that. We're focusing on what they're saying, and I feel like there's several people gossiping on this, and there's even a few, not many, that are battling the majority on your behalf. And then it follows up to the King of Wands, man of 25 years, green eyes. I don't need to read all that. I'm not going to do that for pick a card. But yeah, this person is sitting on their throne. They're looking good. They're looking prime. Surveying their kingdom. Ready to take a trip. I can relate. And the Page of Cups. Stop. Seriously, come on. Let me get through the read. Okay. Okay. Come on now. Sorry, rude interruption. Got a friend over here doing sign language to me in every which way. You'd think they were doing jumping jacks. All right, Page of Cups. Young woman to 25 years. Basic good news. Mm, you know, some of them might really be trying to sell you short. This energy comes off as, like, yeah, I'm offering a goblet and, trying to say these good things about you. They lead off like talking good about you, and then they quickly turn you into a fish. That's how I take that. I mean, normally I would do that in so many different translations on regular reads, but not in this situation. I feel like they're trying to sell you short. You know what I mean? Like they're really trying to sell you short with this cup, with this cup and the fish. They're trying to make it look like they're your friend, they're your ally, but they're two-faced. They're giving you a fish, where they say that they hold you in high esteem and honor. In truth, what's in that cup of how they value you is a fish, which isn't worth much. And then they follow up with the moon, which is lies and secrets, and at the very end, I feel like, with the sun card, marriage, happiness, bright prospects, I don't feel like that's them. I feel like all of this treachery and deceit and lies and betrayal and all this with the Five of Wands, fighting it over and you taking recuperation in the beginning. I feel like at the beginning, you're really down and out. You're wounded, in the past sense. And then at the end, in the future sense, you got the sun, which is saying, at some point you learn to value yourself. Probably after these secrets, or maybe you learned about these secrets of these individuals, or learned about the manipulations, lies, and rumors they're saying, and that's what put you in the sun energy. And like, how does that put me in the sun energy? Because you might actually just decide in the future that, this ain't worth it. I'm bailing. I'm out. This just ain't worth it. Because I feel like you empower yourself with the sun. I feel like you just, what? That's it. I'm gonna love myself. I'm gonna pour this all into me. I ain't accepting no fish in a cup. Three cards down. Screw that. And you start to love yourself as a Gemini spirit, Gemini energy. I can resonate with this card really well. And you just find your inner child. Look at that inner child, all happy and playful, joyous and content. I can relate. I was in a very down spell this holidays, and all of a sudden it just did a 180 on me. I was like, my enemies are trying to destroy me, and I was like, I'm gonna take all that energy and all those weapons you threw at me, and I'm gonna build me a castle out of it. So that's what I did. I built me a castle. I was like, I could be destroyed by this, sink in a depression, salt, or I can use this energy in a positive way. So I feel like that's what you do at the end of this. I can relate to that. Because like you wouldn't get that as your end card unless you had a dramatic change. Because the end card for me is always, at least how I'm perceiving it, is always you. The beginning and the end are you. This is all the in between that's being done to you and around you and who's affected by you. So yeah, I feel like you're kind of down and out, wounded warrior kind of deal. I mean, there's no wounded warrior on here, but this is the rest, and it's a rest and respite card, respite or rest and recuperate card on the Four of Swords. Um, and I'm really feeling like at first in the past tense when this all started, you were really badly wounded, so much so that you need to recuperate and heal. And then at the end, you're empowered. You're empowered. You're full of joy. You're full of love. Full of life. Kudos. Kudos. What a way to not let them hold you down. What a way to not let them dictate your life. And that's good because you know what? No one has the power over our lives. No one has final say over what's going. They're not God. These people, I don't care if there's 100 of them. If you don't want to move in the direction that they're going, don't. Embrace your own life, embrace your own destiny. We only got one life to live, at least on this lifetime. You might be reborn, might be reincarnated for another one, but while you're here, take your own power. And I really feel like this gets good. At the end, I do feel like there's a lot of secrets, illusions, lies. False offers that look all that glitters is not gold kind of deal. Out in the cold with a few friends that did take up your defense, but it really feels like they did it too late. If they really cared, they should have done it in the beginning and believed you at face value if they were really your friends. And it's admirable that they do it once they get enough facts, they then do it. But obviously, they didn't have your back in the beginning, or else you wouldn't be in this state. Because if you have real good friends, they would help you out of this Four of Swords, which they didn't. Because this is like halfway through the read before they even intervene. Um, but yeah, you got the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like that's where you change. I feel like that's where you've had enough. And that Ten of Pentacles follows right behind or right after the Five of Wands. So maybe there's this big battle that goes on between all these people. You got wind, or you're a part of it, or you heard about it. But these are the people gossiping about you. I do feel like you know, that there are some that say a lot of good things about you, that know your character, your integrity, your worth. Again, that's what follows up with the fight, because I don't feel like they're fighting you in this sense. It looks like they're turning on each other, you know, and all fighting each other. So it really gives me that impression that they're going against one another. Not so much you. You might not even be aware of this, to be honest. The tower is what caused this. Whatever the tower was, some big change, some radical change, right after the Four of Cups, tells me that this started this fight. You could have chosen a different course of action. They could have chosen a different course of action. Maybe they tried to press something and you didn't have it, and they thought, they were convinced that it was going to go one way, and when it didn't, it just caused a tower because they put all their marbles like this is going to go down like this, and you did something to rattle the cage. So I feel like really, it led you a Ten of Pentacles. So I felt like you were a Nine of Pentacles before this. There's no nine out here, but again, I feel like whatever that this, because you can't really just jump from 8 to 10. I mean, normally you have to come up one pentacle at a time. So I really feel like you were in a 9 state before this fight, and because it doesn't show the pentacles before you were in rest mode. I think that's why, because you weren't in your blessings at the moment. They were still there. They were hold for you. Maker and Spirit wouldn't let you lose your blessings over this. But you're in a 9 state of pentacles, but in a wounded warrior status. And then this fight, this revelation, this realization, whatever happened in this conflict, caused you to upgrade from a 9 to a 10 of pentacles, and then that caused your wish fulfillment with the star card. So I really feel like you know you might be like hurt and down and out over this fight, over these betrayals and lies and secrets, illusions, false offers, what do they call that, pipe dreams, or you know promises that they never keep kind of deal with the Page of Cups. But I really feel like this fight elevated you. Honestly, you might not see it as a great thing right now. I mean, that's obvious because there's a lot of negativity in some of these cards, but I feel like whatever they did in this fight elevated you to the Ten of Pentacles, whether you know it or not. And when you hit that Ten of Pentacles, the spirits were fully aligned with you to where they now grant you a wish. So if I were you, I'd ask that wish. And it seems like you did, or you will, because this is in the future of the Sun card, which is marriage, happiness, and bright prospects. So I feel like in the end you do. You make your wish. I don't think it's right now. You might not. You might know what your wish is. You might not. That's to the viewer. Take it as it resonates. But I know in the end you do make this wish and it comes true. It's through a lot of grief though. There's no sugarcoating this. You go into the out of the cold. And that out of the cold could be like, them betraying you to the point where you've got to make it on your own. And then you've got to sift through the illusions. That's another way to resonate with this if you don't resonate with the original story. Because this could be you out in the cold with one other or something. Maybe your family rejected you in this other. I don't know. You could have an illusion on here and are in deception. These are all fake cups here. There's only one good one out of the 7. And, that's a random dice there to pick which one. But I do feel like right here at the King of Wands is where it sends you into overdrive because of the ambitious. I really feel like I resonate with the ambitious. I'm not a King of Wands, restless, outspoken. You're not having it no more. You're taking action, and this is my action card right now. You embody the King of Wands to where this king has got a staff, and he's not quite like a King of Swords where he's going to be off with his head. She said, kind of thing, or Queen of Swords. It's more like this King of Wands is. You've taken your throne, you've taken your power, you've taken your position, and you ain't hearing it no more. And that causes a ruffle where someone tries to be like, okay, what if I offer you this? Will you come back to me then? Or maybe a multitude of people offer you this Page of Cups, which is the fish in a cup. And then when you consider the offer, you realize very quickly that there's a lot of lies, deceit, secrets, and betrayals involved with this fish in a cup, which is already a bad offer anyways. It's a fish in a cup, man. It doesn't even look like a good fish, not like a salmon or something worthy to eat. No, I like fish, but that's like a regular tuna right there, whatever that is. A trout or something. I mean, if it's a trout, that's a good fish. But come on, it's a fish in a cup. That's not a good offer. And you get through these lies and deceit and betrayal, and when you come out the other end of this moon card, whether it be to realize the truth, they may not even tell you these secrets. You may leave with the sense of never knowing. But at some point, right between the end here of the moon and the sun, you transition to the point where you say, you know what? Whether I know or I don't know, I'm not going to let it affect me no more. I'm going to make my own choice. I'm going to make myself happy. And you empower yourself. This kid riding on a horse with no adults around, and fully empowered and accepting the joy of their life. The sun's got a nice smile on it, showing that the maker is blessing this child and protecting them. I feel like spirit's really on board at the end with you of this month for doing this. So yeah, I mean, it looks good. I mean, I'm sorry there's so much negativity riddled with the positivity, but I mean, you know what? I would take all this crap just to get to the 10 of Pentacles and the Star. I mean, those two alone would ensure good success. You know what I mean? And then you have the Sun at the very end. That's really the best cards you can get in the game. As far as like tarot. And to have them all in one read. Oh yeah, that's really good. I like that. I know it looks rough, and I know you go through some rough times with this, but I really feel like in the middle it'll pan out a little better, and then later in the middle, like past the middle, like 75% through, there's not much good to be said here. So you're gonna have to go through some preparation, trials and errors to get to this state of the Sun. But I feel like you do it just fine. I do feel like the worst situation is this one, where you're out in the cold, or they're out in the cold, or your friends are out in the cold, because this really feels painful right here. It resonates a lot of painful energy for the ones that are protecting you, or for you, if that's you and your significant other that is in that situation. I would say, I would, I would say, I would say I'm almost done. Okay, seriously, I'm just finishing the read. Um, I gotta get to packing my bags. What time is it? Yeah. All right. I know. We only got an hour. Um, but yeah. So I really feel like this 5 of Pentacles is all about saying that you're out in the cold. Sorry, I got really flabbergasted right then. It could be you, it could be your friends. If it is your friends who go to bat for you, I don't even know if you should go to bat for them, because they're coming into this way late in the game to stand up for you. And if they're truly your friends, they would have done it from the very beginning when you were in a wounded warrior state, which they didn't seem to do, which is a shame. It's admirable that they get a change of heart. I give them that, but I feel like if they were truly your friends, they should have done it from the beginning. I mean, your friends should support you, not the ones that are going against you. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the tragedy here, that you might lose two good friends that you might not know about. Or if this is you, this is the hardest part of the suffering, is where you feel like this poor poverty mindset, that kind of stuff, and it transitions into illusions, which doesn't feel any better. But then somewhere in the next day or two after the illusions, it transforms into the King of Wands, and you regain your composure. Maybe you meditate, maybe you love yourself. Whatever you do, it relates to this King of Wands, because this is where it all changes. You change, you get a glow up, you get an aurora base around you that says you're in your power, and they notice that and they're threatened by it. So they send a Page of Cups. This crowd, this toxic crowd, sends someone towards you with the Page of Cups, or the fish, and you discern it. So whoever I'm speaking to is very intuitive, or at least I feel like they're either intuitive or they're psychic, because somehow or another you see right through that cup, which they try to make it look like gold, and it's really a fish. And you see the lies and secrets, or you know that there's no resolution to the lies and secrets. You accept reality as it is, and therefore you decide to empower yourself and not let these people hold you back, and you go into the sun state, which is awesome. I will do every individual read on its own cap scale, which means I'll redo the videos on each one, because I need to. I don't think I'm gonna have time to do all three. Well, I might actually. Yeah, I will do all three, but I'm gonna do them on separate videos, all in the same category of the same folder. You can find them all in the same folder, but I like it that way. I know most readers will do it on one. Well, actually, you know what? I probably will do them all. So if I can get enough time. Nah, I probably won't. I might have to leave it at just one pick a card, and just leave it. Yeah, I might just do that, because I'll do this better the next time, where I can do all four setups. But I really ran out of time and didn't plan properly. That's my fault, not y'all's. So we're just gonna do the love chords today. Next time I'll do all four. And we'll just go with one pick a read. This is just a general, on the sense of, um, what they're saying about you. So I'll leave it at that. Take it as it resonates. If it's your story, apply it. If it's not, don't. There's no point to that. You won't get nowhere. You won't gain nothing. If it doesn't resonate with you and you're living a perfect life, this story is not for you. If you're living a crappy life all the way through, and nothing's good that's coming of it, again, the story's not for you, because this has got positives as well as negatives. It speaks volumes on inner growth, especially with the Ten of Pentacles. I am getting such a strong read that was a Nine of Pentacles, and they bumped you to 10. Whether they know it or not, your enemies made you better. Each time they try to take you out, it seems like you get stronger and stronger, which is awesome. Kudos to you for that. Self-empowering all the way. I give you a thumbs up, two thumbs up actually on that, because you got a star following behind that. So you really do the work, really go inside and do the inner growth, and not let these narcissistic, manipulating, instigating type of people, or provoking, whatever, affect you. Instead, what they do is just empower you, because I feel like they knocked you down and out, and they were getting what they wanted, and then you realize, I ain't having this shit. And so you turned with the Tower. You flipped the script with the Tower, saying, you know what, I'm gonna be a different person. And when you have this glow up on the Tower and reveal some of these secrets or deceptions enough to where you get certainty to know what to do, you go into a glow up mode, and then a big fight breaks out, because everyone notices that glow up mode, which transitions to the Ten of Pentacles and the Star. I feel like, again, I'll say it again, I feel like half of them say negative. At least majority of half say negative. And there's a few that defend you adamantly. I can see that with this. I know this, y'all don't really see it that way with the Five of Pentacles out in the cold and stuff. Delays around money out in the cold and all that. But I really feel like this is the two individuals, maybe three individuals, that are defending you while the rest are going against you. And so if you have friends, it's up to you. Be discerning, But you might want to save these two because these two are taking a major blow on your behalf. Even though they failed you in the beginning, remember, sometimes you got to be the bigger person and realize that even though they didn't act right in the beginning, they did once their heart was aligned and they had truth and clarity, they did do the right thing. They did come back and defend you. You know what I'm saying? Keep that in mind. You know, be better than these people. So if people actually realize they were wrong and then go to bat for you, I wouldn't abandon those people so quick. Even if they did it wrong in the beginning, we're human. We make mistakes. If someone's truly adamantly defending you and they're people you trust, they may not handled it the right way, but you know, in life, we've got to learn to forgive certain individuals, especially when they make the wrong decision and who to defend in these types of situations. This is a hairball of a mess of a situation. So you might want to save them. If it's you and your significant other out in the cold, it might be you who needs to save you need to save yourself, which you do in all these cards. I see that, and you end up in the marriage. So, like I said, I really feel like in the end it turns out great. You know, I feel like they are gossiping and there's fighting. There's not as much as I thought there was. Um, you know, even with all these cards, I feel like there is a lot of deceptions, illusions, secrets. You know, one person saying one thing, it doesn't line up because another person's saying another. You know, I feel like they don't know what's going on with you. I feel like they can't figure you out. Like you must have had like it really comes off and resonates like you have had multiple glow ups through this 1 month cycle. This is for January. Sorry, I may have not said that in the beginning, but this is a read for the whole of January. And I feel like you've had one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, you have seven glow ups here, or maybe six. I don't know, because you don't necessarily count the five of pentacles. But I mean, the way I see that as a glow up too is that you whatever you've done to yourself and how you've improved and changed, you've actually inspired your enemies to come back to your side, or supposed friends to become real friends again, where they adamantly defend you again. I'm really resonating with that. It's not going to resonate with all my viewers, so take it as it resonates. It could be you in the cold, but I really take it as two go to bat for you. You could still be in the cold and two go to bat for you. Take that as a resonation if that's your case, you know. But at the same time, I feel like you go through trial after trial and they keep trying to break you. And as they try to break you, they don't realize that they're making you better than you were in the beginning, you know. Here you are down and out right here. You're in the coffin, man. That's my coffin card. You know, I know they say death, but nah, death is new beginnings. This is my coffin card. When they got you so ill that you're literally resting in a coffin, but when you rest in a coffin, you don't generally come out of it. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like you went through so many glow ups that your enemies had no choice but to acknowledge you for what you were, especially after the Five of Wands. It all dies down. They try a little illusions and deceptions with the Seven of Cups. They try a fake crappy offer with the Page of Cups right after you get into this King of Wands stasis. And then the moon follows up with secrets, you know, but then you transition like, you know, I'm done with this shit. And you go straight on the sun. Kudos. That's all I have for you. Amistad. May the spirits bless you. I hope this helps. And I hope this resonates. Have a good day, my friends. God bless.